Hello, darlings. Have I made a catastrophic mistake? I'm getting pinged with messages left, right, and centre. Um, apparently, apparently I cocked up the. Apparently, oh God. Oh dear. Oh God. Oh Lord above. Right. Apparently I scheduled this for last night. Oh God. Oh, I don't know how I managed to do that. I don't know how I managed to do that. Apologies for that. Hopefully it doesn't make any difference now that we're live. Hopefully everybody will be here as normal. I'll tell you what, we'll start again. Right, I'll edit this. Let's pretend that none of that happened. I haven't made a cock up. And if anybody says I have, I will deny it. Right, we'll start again. Here we go. Stick them up your nose, stick them up your nose. Take those fingers and stick them up your nose. Good evening, my lovelies, and a very warm welcome indeed to Wednesday Night Live, which apparently I tried to make Tuesday night. Oh God, no, that didn't happen. That didn't happen, did it? Remember, I'm going to edit this. Hold on. Yes, welcome to Wednesday Night Live, and we're going to wave away Wednesday and welcome in Thursday in a very professional manner with absolutely no cock-ups whatsoever. Oh, bloody hellfire. I've had a stressful day. Oh, and tonight, oh my God, I'm not surprised I made a mistake tonight. I'll tell you about tonight in a minute, darlings. Oh, how are you all doing? I'm so happy to be back with you. God, I've been looking forward to this. Is your heating on? And if so, what have you got it set to? It's bloody cold here tonight, and I don't mind admitting, darlings, I have thrown caution to the wind, and I have ramped my heating up for the duration of this live stream only. It's going off at midnight. 19.5 degrees. Has anybody dared to go higher than 19.5 degrees? I would love to know. I would also like to know how your days have been. Obviously, I need to know what you've been eating. We all need to know what you've been eating for the old community snap. Hang on, I've got 50 million messages here from. Oh dear. Oh, right. Okay. That was somebody responding to the great condiment debate, darlings. There have been some interesting comments on that one. Some lunatic says that it's perfectly all right to have both baked beans and HP sauce on the plate together, as long as they are separated by a sausage. Somebody else accused me of being some kind of lunatic from outer space for even considering putting mustard on a full English. There were lots of references to Captain Mustard and some images of him being draped artistically across my breakfast plate, which, quite frankly, I could have done without. Oh, God. Oh, sorry about the cock-ups, darlings. It's been a weird day, literally, from beginning to end. I'm going to tell you all about it, but I need a drink. I really need a drink. Oh God. Even the even the wine is a cock up tonight because I didn't get in until 51 minutes past 10, darlings, 9 minutes before I was supposed to start. And I hadn't realized that last night was low tide at Wine Bay. I drank Windy Bottom dry of what? Well, I drank the normal amount of wine. It's just that's all there was. So there was no wine for tonight. So this wine here is not going to be quite as cold as it ought to be. It's had 9 minutes in the curry freezer. So, but it contains alcohol, and after my day, I really need that. Cheers, your very good health. Up yours, bottoms up. Oh dear. I just wanted to say, have your mother and shag your auntie then. I don't know what. No idea. I'm losing the plot, darlings. Have a drink. Oh, wine, do your thing. That is so welcome. That is so welcome. Oh, hello. Here we go. Oh, that's an intense one. Oh, 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 and oh, hello. Oh, this is the gift that keeps on giving. Uh, regarding wine, a new live stream feature has been mooted, and I think it's quite an interesting idea. We'll talk about that in a moment as well. Let's get on with some comments. Look, oh, hello. An unexpected wine burp, unexpectedly early. That is a very rapid onset wine burp, and I hope that you will approve of and appreciate my sheer professionalism there in recognizing the impending wine burp and quelling it for your benefit. Thank you so much. Lord, now I need to cough. I'm still feeling grotty, darlings. This long COVID thing is it's properly kicking in and knocking me about a bit. Never mind. Worse things happen at sea. Lord Stiff Upper Lip, who I've said 3 times now. Oh, if I click my heels together, that might mean that he appears. Anyway, he's the first cab off the rank. Oh, and we've got some lyrics. Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they wore my dressing gown. Good evening, Boaty and all, says Peter P. Jimmy Quinn is here. Good evening, Boaty and all. Sean is here, the lovely Sean. September the 11th in my house. Shall I do it in his voice? September the 11th in my house. Oh, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. Come on, be fair. Be fair. That was a 9 out of 10, that was, wasn't it? And I don't want to do it again in case I don't do it as well. I'll make him Scottish instead. Hey, are we waiting for Marty McFly to arrive? Yeah. If you're just joining this highly professional community live stream, I managed to schedule it for 11 o'clock last night. And the weird thing is, talking about the Marty McFly thing, I don't know how many of you have ever driven a DeLorean or even sat in one. I've had 2, not through choice, and I can assure you that they are probably the worst car that I have ever driven in my entire life. They're bad in concept, they're bad in actuality, they're just bad in every way possible. I mean, you couldn't have asked for better publicity than that bloody Back to the Future film, could you? And they still managed to die on their ass. And the reason is they were a stupid car. A stupid car. They made no sense on any level whatsoever. And they were absolutely bloody awful to drive. Uh, I mean, God, what? No, don't get into that. Not everybody is interested in cars. All I will say is that they were badly built. They didn't handle at all well. They were made of stainless steel, which weighs a lot, and they had an engine in them. Honestly, I've got a bigger engine in my food processor. So they were, well, I mean, you drove one of those flat out. Never mind Back to the Future, you'll be overtaken by an elderly lady on a shopping bike. Honestly, absolute crap. uh, the one and only Neil is with us right now. Midst is. Hello all, how are we tonight? We're fine, Neil. We hope you are too. Bad Books is here. Good evening all. The fantastic Andrew Buttigieg. A very good evening, Boaty and everyone. Steve Colg is with us. Oh, Alan Simpson as well, the lovely Alan, our resident little chef guru. Oh, yeah. And believe me, in the old hierarchy of the Boaty's World community, little chef guru, that's right up there. I mean, you know, if you want a government equivalent, little chef guru in the Boaty's World community, that, well, I mean, that's got to be foreign secretary level, I would say. Not quite Chancellor of the Exchequer, but only one very small step down. Definitely Foreign Secretary. Now then, yeah, if we were to have a Boaty's World cabinet like that, there could be some interesting battles between the government cabinet equivalent and the civil service equivalent, which would of course be headed by Matron, or Sir Humphrey, as she might have to be called. The flashing knubs. The flashing knubs. I can't get that picture out of my mind now. Right, for that, yes, I'm going all over the place here. I've got a mind like a dropped hose, darlings. It goes in all directions without control. For those who don't know, a while back, we decided that we would put on a Christmas performance. God, we did as well. A Christmas performance of Allo Allo. And we allotted various parts to various people. I'm Renee, obviously. Emma is Emma. I think Emma plays two parts. She's Mimi LeBonc. Oh, Renee. And I'm sure she was somebody else as well. But Matron plays what's her name? What's Renee's wife? I know the actress's name. I can't remember the character's name. But anyway, Matron plays her dear old sainted mother up in the bed. Oh, the flashing nubs. And I can't picture Matron now without seeing her in bed in a hairnet with the flashing nubs. Who did we decide was going to be Officer Crabtree? I can't remember who Officer Crabtree was going to be. Oh dear. We should do that. We should do that. Find a way to do it virtually. I mean, we could do it as actually we could. We could do Allo Allo. We could do Allo Allo, the radio play. We could write a radio show version of Allo Allo. We would all play the parts, and you would just have to record your lines line by line, send them to me, and I'll edit them all together, and we'd have a smash hit on our hands, darlings. Oh God, Jesus Christ! Can you imagine? We should try it. We should genuinely, for Christmas, we should try one or possibly a couple, like 5-minute plays where we all play a part, and we'll edit it together into an audio thing and put it out as a podcast or something. That'd be so much fun. Alan Simpson is here, our foreign secretary, little chef guru. High on a hill with a windy bum, oddly, oddly, oddly. Ooh. Evening all, says matron. The flashing knubs. Hope we are well. We hope you're well too. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Mark Prasad is with us. Says good evening to everybody. That gobshite again. Is he never off the air? I was saying last night we haven't had any Father Ted stuff for ages. I'm going to have some more of that wine. I found it quite nice. Oh, God. Going to be one of those nights, isn't it? And we haven't even hit Mad Thursday yet, and the live streams this week have just gone absolutely off the wall. Absolutely off the wall. In it! God. that was Allegro Man then, wasn't it? Now then! Oh, I can do Allegro Man. Who knew? Oh, blimey, I'm on form tonight. Oh, that's good. That's good. Your roses, says Bad Books, have kept in tight bud very nicely. They do look nice, don't they? I do like having flowers on the table. I suppose, in a sense, it's a bit wasteful and inessential, but it's nice. It's not. Oh, I'm doing Rover Joe now, aren't I? And that's nice. Very nice. Yeah, sometimes it's just nice to have nice things in life when they're, when they're nice and cheap, as it were. I always justify things like that. As I mean, there were 2 for a fiver the flowers, weren't they? So the roses technically cost £2.50. And the way I justify it to myself, because if I thought, right, do I need them and can I afford £2.50? The answer to both of those questions would be no. So the trick is, don't ask yourself that question. Ask yourself a different question or justify it in a different way. So I would say, right, well, I got a £2.50 tip from a lovely customer. So I will buy the roses, and then the customer just gave me a bunch of roses as a tip. And then that's okay. That's what life is all about, darling. It's all about manipulating reality so that you can do what you want to do and justify it. Which works brilliantly until you don't pay your council tax and end up in court, because the beak, the magistrate, tends not to buy into your justification of doing things. Well, you see, Your Honour, it was like this. No, it wasn't, matey. Here, have a large fine. If the prisons weren't full, I'd bloody send you down for 6 months. Idiotic little so-and-so. Now, be off with you and grow up. And that was an insight into the 19th of last month, darlings. Nottingham, not Nottingham, Derby. Derby Magistrate Court. Oh, marvellous. Oh, Emma's here. Emma's here, one of my co-stars in the forthcoming Boaty's World radiophonic version of Hello, Hello. Good evening, hump dayers, says the lovely M11. Hope we're all feeling squishy and squashy on this fine evening. What bloody fine evening. It's winter out there, woman. Oh, dear. And Sean says, welcome to Wednesday Night Live on a Tuesday. Nothing about today has made any sense. If I ever catch up with the comments, I'll tell you about my day. It started in a very surreal way. A very surreal way. Oh, Lord above. Boaty clearly enjoyed last night's live stream so much that he tried to schedule it to do it all over again. So, yeah, that's it. That's what I was doing, Emma. Here we are. We're getting onto the heating news. 23 degrees C in my house tonight, says Sean. Profligate. That's what you are, dear boy. Profligate. 23 degrees. Oh, God. That's tropical, that is, isn't it? You know, I mean, you know, for what's the word? Not spoiler alert. Oh, a full disclosure alert. We've already had this conversation on the telephone, so I knew what temperature his house would be. And it made sense then because here's a tip, right? Some people might tell fibs about how well or badly they're doing, right? If you want to see how well or how badly a YouTube channel is doing, then look at their videos in January or February. Now, if you look at my videos from January or February, you will see that I was wearing either my winter jumper or my winter cardigan, both of which are made of around 312 dead sheep, both of which weigh a ton, and both of which keep you very warm indeed. And I wear those in the cottage because it's bloody cold in January and February. If you look at Mr. Cameron's videos from January and February, he's in a t-shirt. He's in a t-shirt, darlings. And that tells you all you need to know. Oh, hang on. Hang on, I've been pinged. I can't say that. Actually, I can say that. Hang on, where's this phone here? Oh, there it is. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Hold your magic until I get you by the microphone. Good evening, caller.
Good evening, sir, with your man flu.
It's Mr. Parry from Port Sunlight in the Whittle, the Leisure Peninsula. How are you, my dear chap?
Not too bad, thank you, sir. I had ribeye steak for my evening meal today with new potatoes and peas and my favourite ketchup.
Oh, God, I knew you were going to say ketchup.
Followed by jam roly-poly for pudding.
I want to be you when I grow up. You have steak every week.
We try and have it once a week.
Although, spoiler alert, I can't grumble in that department at the moment, as you will find out very shortly. Was that your dinner or your luncheon, sir?
That was my evening meal.
Okay, and lunch
dinner time, we had breakfast.
Oh, okay. Did you have baked beans?
Yes.
Did you have any sauce?
Yes, red sauce.
Right, interesting. So you think it's okay to have beans in tomato sauce and tomato sauce?
Yes.
Right, fair enough. Everybody's entitled to an opinion. It would be.
I don't like eating tomatoes.
Well, hang on. You have bloody ketchup with everything. How can you not like eating tomatoes? How does that work?
It's weird. I don't know. I don't like it.
Right, has nobody ever told you that tomato ketchup contains tomato? The clue's kind of in the name.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't know what it is. Tomato ketchup tastes nice.
You know what?
Tomatoes.
I had this same conversation with Amrit last night. He said, I showed him a picture of my of yesterday's brunch, and I said, "Is there anything on this plate that you would eat?" And he said, "No, absolutely not." I said, "What about tomato?" He said, "I can't eat tomato." I said, "You eat curry every night. Curry is based on bloody tomato." He said, "Oh, that's different. I don't know it's tomato. I can't just eat a naked tomato sitting there and looking at me." So there you go. You are not alone in that tomato issue, Mr. Parry.
And have you got the hang of your new microphone, yeah?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Did you watch today's video?
I haven't yet.
Okay. When you watch it, the outside bits, the bits where I'm outside at the very beginning, they are all filmed using the microphone. And then I stopped using it when I moved inside. So I'm playing with it. I'm experimenting. And when I'm happy that I've mastered it, then it will go into full-time use. It's an amazing bit of kit.
We also like to know in the chat, have you put your pound in the money box saying yesterday?
I did yesterday. I haven't done it tonight yet.
Okie dokie.
Shall I do it live on camera for you so you can see I've done it?
Yes, I think you should, sir.
Okay, bear with me. Let me just, I emptied my pocket onto the breadboard. So you can confirm that that is 1 round pound. I'll pop it there where you can see it. Oh, just there.
Yep.
And yeah.
Yep, no problem, sir. We've seen that.
Sorry?
Yep.
Right, okay. Here we go. Nothing up my sleeves, darlings.
No problem.
There we go. As I said before, look after the pounds and the hookers will look after themselves.
You'd be able to pay for a prostitute with all the money you got in there so far, sir.
There's about £4 in there, mate. How much do the hookers charge round your way?
I don't know.
Oh, dear. Oh, now then, what is the heating currently set to in your house, if you have heating on?
If it was on, it'd be on 21.
Oh, right. Okay. So you're kind of mid-range. So when it comes to the... Oh, this can be a new community feature. Who is the hottest member of the community? Now, at the moment, the hottest member of the community is Mr. Cameron of the Sean James variety. I am the least hot member of the community, and Mr. Parry is in second place. He's the second hottest community member. So congratulations, sir.
Okie dokie.
I would imagine you'd take that, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how hot it is at the moment because I don't know how hot my hive is at the moment.
How hot your what is?
The hive?
Hive?
Yeah, for me heating.
You've got bees?
No, me hive. It's like it goes to the internet, me thing.
Bloody hell, does it?
I'll be thermostat.
Okay, I know nothing about these things. I'm very old.
You can actually do it on the way home. If you were in your car, you could actually set your heating so your place gets warm.
Can you? Could I make a cup of coffee from upstairs in bed?
No, I don't know if you can do that. You can do it on my coffee machine. You set it to come at a tickle at a time.
Really?
Yeah, and a brew of coffee.
I need more technology in my life, don't I? You see, instead of buying 15-year-old clock radios, I should be buying things that will make... Mind you, saying that, we had teas maids in the 1970s, didn't we?
Yeah.
So there you go. There's nothing new. Well, there are lots of new things, really. The internet was new once. When you were... we're not far away in age, are we, sir?
No, not far.
So you remember what it was like before the internet?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you wanted to look at a naked lady, what did you do?
You'd have magazines, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Or you'd have the videos in the video shop.
Were the video?
Then in the back room, you'd have the old videos. What were taken off the shelves?
Really?
Which the ones you weren't allowed to sell. So in the back room of the shop, you see the old ones.
Oh, I know. I was never let into the back room of our video shop.
Yeah, it was my father's shop, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? Oh, right.
The video shop.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense now then. Well, and you had naughty videos in there?
Yeah, in the back of it, yeah.
Blimey. You see, I was so naive when I was younger. I didn't know about any of this sort of thing. Although my friend Chris, who was my best friend at school, and now lives in Australia, and he came to visit me back end of last year. He did remind me that one of the many businesses I had at school was buying pornographic magazines, taking the staples out and selling the page, cutting them in half and selling the pages individually to other boys in the school. I to make good profit doing that.
You also used to get, I think it was now with the Sport, you used to get the Sport newspaper.
Oh God, yeah, the Daily Sport and the Sunday Sport.
I don't know if they still do it now.
I think that you only got the boobies though, didn't you?
Yeah.
You didn't get to see
You always used to put it when if you're in a van or something. You used to put it on the thing, on the dash.
I do remember that. If you back when your local chip shop still wrapped your fish and chips in newspaper, it was like winning the lottery of life when your chips were wrapped in page 3 of the Sun. Especially if it was Kathy Lloyd. Whoa!
Yeah, or Pamela Anderson.
No, she does nothing for me. She does nothing.
Lasardi.
She does nothing. Who?
Linda Lasardi.
Oh, I liked her. Yeah, I did like her. Yeah, she was. I much preferred her to Sam Fox. I like a brunette. You see, the blondes they don't do it in quite the same way for me.
I used to like Katie Price years ago. I don't like her now.
Oh God, oh dear.
I don't like the way she treats people.
No, well, she's in all sorts of trouble now, isn't she?
Yeah.
Bankrupt.
Weird when you think she was one of the richest people around.
Was she?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
doesn't make sense how you can be rich. You can live on your interest if you did it right.
If you did it right, yeah, but that's the trick, isn't it? Doing it right. God knows I didn't.
I could have been rich still now, sir.
Yeah, that would have been nice, wouldn't it?
The thing is that you have the money, you spend it.
Well, I certainly did. Yeah. Well, I did. Well, I did and I didn't. I probably spent more than I should have, but then I wasn't planning on getting divorced. So hey ho. Look, I mean, I'm happy and I'm alive. That's got to count for something, hasn't it?
Sometimes the best thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm happier now than any time when I had money. I genuinely am. That was a throwaway line, but I think it's probably true. There we are. Look, happy.
Good, isn't it? Okie dokie, so I'll let you carry on your evening.
Thank you very much, sir. Nice to hear from you.
All right. Good night to you all, wanker, and good night to Mrs. Titties in the chat.
I'm sure she appreciates that.
And also our nurse in the chat.
The flashing nubs.
What we call matron.
The flashing nubs. All right. Good night, buddy. You take care.
Good night, sir.
Enjoy your ketchup.
Okie dokie.
Dada. The lovely Mr. Parry, darlings. So the second hottest man in the community so far, but that could change. More news as it comes in. Here we are. Neil, no heating here. We did have it on earlier, but it went off in an hour. I'm only having it on for an hour, Neil. Ketchup, says Peter P. Tomato sauce, says that. Why is everybody saying that? Brown sauce, says Steve Cold. I missed something. Matron's food. Steak and veg and somebody else with bloody steak. Oh, I can't complain. Shut up. I can't complain. I cannot complain. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Matron had steak and veg and sweet potato fries and a 3-hour conversation about buying a Rover. Really? Who were you having a 3-hour conversation with about buying a Rover? Sean says, I was once served a jacket potato with tuna and baked beans. Well, now then, Sean, that invites at least one question, doesn't it? Now, you say that you were served that. Are we to infer that you ordered it and you received what you ordered, in which case the onus of that dish is entirely upon your good self? Or did you order something else and you were given, perhaps erroneously, that mixed up potato? Or were you just randomly given a lunch by a friend or somebody and you weren't asked or advised as to the nature of it? Now, I don't eat fish or seafood, what with me being a vegetarian and everything. But yeah, tuna and baked beans does not sound like a happy combination to me. Simone, bless you. I've had 3 bad days personally, say Simone. I'm sorry to hear that, my lovely. Hopefully things will look up soon. Matron disagrees. Tuna and baked beans with a spud is delicious, she insists. Hi everyone, says Sophie. Hey Soph, how are you, darling? Jimmy Quinn says the heating is on 24/7 at 21, and this is important, stroke 22. And that now makes Jimmy the second hottest man in the community. 21 stroke 22. Blimey. Now, at the moment, darlings, I can only dream of that sort of thing. And the jumper will no doubt be deployed this winter. But this is the last winter that I'm going to be poor. I tell you, since I went to enormous lengths to win that lucky 10 pence in Llandudno earlier this summer, my life has just become wonderful and incredibly lucky. And that will continue because I've looked after that lucky 10 pence. I went to a lot of effort to win it, and I've given it the respect that a lucky 10 pence deserves. I went onto the internet and I bought some adhesive magnets, and I affixed the magnet to the lucky 10 pence, and I put the lucky 10 pence on my big board of happy memories, which is basically where I put the fridge magnets. And it's up there now, bringing luckiness on me and the cottage and anybody else who walks in there. So you can guarantee, right? I mean, you've got to give it time to do its work. So many wonderful things have happened since that lucky 10p came along. Oh, yeah. And before Emma says it, if you want to see the story of the lucky 10p, then look at the video on Emma's channel about her and my visit to Llandudno. There you go. She'll put it in there. You can guarantee it. So I might as well put the plug in for her first. Yeah, many wonderful things have happened and they will continue. So I'm going to enjoy this winter of poverty, despair, and freezing my tits off in my winter jumper because I know that it's going to be the last one. This time next year, I will be laughing in the face and laughing down the sleeve of winter, because I will have a successful Airbnb business. My YouTube channel will be enormous. I will have untold wealth and riches. I'll have a 2005 Land Rover Discovery 3 HSE sitting outside that will eat and drink any of the snow that the Peak District wants to throw at me. I'll still have the Freelander. I'll still have Miss Boo. Of course I will. I believe in loyalty, darlings. So when I get rich and famous and, wealthy beyond anybody's dreams, I'm not going to replace my cars. I might add to them, but I'm not going to replace them. I'm not going to replace you either, because you are already the ultimate, most top of the range imaginable community pufflings that anybody could wish for or dream of. And all I will do when I'm incredibly wealthy is when I think about going somewhere beautiful and exotic for a break, I'm going to think this should not be just a selfish thing. I should think about my community who might love to know what it's like here. And I will do nothing less than buy a postcard with a picture of it and send you. I was going to say I'll send you one each, but that's a bit over the top, isn't it? I'll send you one, and then you can send it on to. And I'll take photos of breakfast Momo. Oh, I found out something tonight. Right, this is important for the community. Because obviously Momo are one of the community foodstuffs. Right, now this is definitive. This came from the horse's mouth. The plural of Momo is Momo. So it doesn't matter how many Momo you have, they are Momo. They are not and never Momos. Right? The only people who refer to Momo plural as Momos are the Indians, and they don't make bloody Momo. So what do they know? So do remember that, darlings. This sort of thing is important. Don't we all need a bloody tipple after that opening set, says Andrew? Indeed. Mark almost succumbed to putting on the central heating, but relented and just did the towel rails. God. Oh, that's a nice thing, isn't it? Heated towel rails. They're one of the things that I do miss. We had heated towel rails in the family bathroom and the ensuite many years ago when I was happily married. Well, married. No, I was happily married. Of course I was. Some of the time. Wednesday Night Live was there all along and then it disappeared on the hour, says Jimmy F500. So that wasn't me doing it. That was Neil. Oh, matron, that's not a good combo. Chili and cheese is the peak of toppings for a baked spud. Oh, people are sending love to Simone, and that's nice. Emma says, I'm afraid. Oh, right, here we go. I'm afraid, says Emma, joint live streaming is a no-no because I have no idea how to fix it. Matron says we can do it using some fancy fangled tech, but who knows whether we'll work that out. I assume she's talking about StreamYard, or if not StreamYard, something very similar. I wish I knew what the problem was, Emma, but I can't even find any. I can't even find any reference to it. So no idea. Maybe I should try doing a YouTube live with somebody else to see if it's a problem with me or an endemic problem with YouTube. Because I haven't got a clue. But that's very sad news for us all, darlings. I enjoy my joint live streams with Emma because she does most of the work and for other reasons, of course. Bless her. So, what can we do about that? Get an iPhone. Yeah, Emma's having issues with the joint live stream. She and as far as we can work it out, I haven't had any problems that I'm aware of. Emma had a problem, and then Emma tried it with Matron, and Matron tried it with someone else, and they had a problem, and they all use Android phones. So I don't know if it's an issue with Android phones or an issue with the Android phone YouTube app or an issue with YouTube. I honestly haven't got a clue. We've all tried searching on the internet to see if anybody's having similar problems or fixes, and I've looked in the creators elements of YouTube, the bit where they tell you all about any issues they're having or potential upcoming issues, and we can't find a word about it anywhere. Nobody seems to be having this problem. So on that basis, you've got to assume that it's a problem on Emma's end or Emma and Matron's end, but I haven't got a clue. What I might do is I might try to do a joint live stream with myself, not publicly, but just to see if it works or not. So obviously I've got the UK Singles Community YouTube channel, which is a thriving channel with a whole one video on it and 23 subscribers. So I might try doing a joint live stream with that just to ensure that YouTube is working and I am working. And then at least we know the problem is down with Emma, and she'll just have to get an iPhone. I tell you what, if I upgrade my old phone to a slightly less old phone, somebody told me iPhone 16 is already out, but I think I normally upgrade in October, because by then the prices come down, because I don't upgrade to the latest phone. Last year it was the launch of the iPhone 15, and I upgraded to an iPhone 13, so I was 2 years behind, only for financial reasons, So if but anyway, so if I upgrade a phone this October, Emma, I'll give you an old iPhone and see if that works. But we'll see. We'll see. But that's a shame. That is a shame. Brown sauce and beans, says Steve Cole. Blame Gladys, says Peter P. Lovely singing, Boaty, says Sophie. More good wishes for Simone. Bad Books had ham and mustard sarnies for dinner. They're great. A really good ham and mustard sandwich is a thing of joy. Good ham, not that awful processed supermarket stuff. Good mustard, and that is lovely. All you need. Pork chops and homegrown new potatoes and salad for tea. Oh, homegrown potatoes, they're the best. Who sent you the roses, says Steve Cold? Well, in a sense, me. On Monday, I didn't go to the car yard and I didn't go anywhere else. So I saved £20 on fuel. So I invested 10 of those £20 into flowers for here, flowers for there, and 2 pot plants for the front parlour. And I can now report to you live that today I invested, this is a spoiler on tomorrow's video, today I invested 4 more of those £20 in a third delicious monster, Morris. So we've now got Morris, Robin, and Barry, and 2 smaller Triffids that have replaced the dead ones on the other windowsill in the parlour. So the parlour's looking fantastic. So that was 14 of the 20 quid accounted for. And I'll show you what else I got today. I had to go into town today. I haven't told you about today yet, have I? I will do. I had to go into town. And so as a little treat to make it bearable, I went into the discount bookshop. You've got to love a discount bookshop. And look what I bought. I'm going to show you. I adore this. I haven't had one for years. It was only a couple of quid. A road atlas. I haven't had a road atlas forever. And this is a Michelin, Great Britain and Ireland road atlas. And the thing I love about the Michelin atlas, as opposed to any other, is that Michelin put any road that is scenic and worth a detour to drive, they highlight it in green. And I think that's fantastic. So I can look at a map of an area that I'm not familiar with, and I can say, don't go down the main road, go down this road, because Michelin have told me that that is a road that I will enjoy and I should make the effort to go there. And I'm very grateful to Michelin. I've got a lot to be grateful for Michelin for. When I was racing, I raced on Michelin tyres and they were very good. When I had money, Michelin told me which restaurants I should go to. And I was very grateful for that. And now they're going to tell me where I should go and drive on a Monday when I embark on my wild camping / stealth camping in a cheap Travelodge series. And I've refined that a little bit. My idea for the Travelodge series now is see what you think of this. Let me get some wine. I like this idea. Right, I told you before in a video about my idea of like doing it on the cheap, wild camping, stealth camping, whatever you want to call it, but in a Travelodge. So you you take your own food. I use the thing that Neil and Sophie bought me. I take staff curry with me. I take my coffee machine for coffee in the morning. So you don't pay a sausage over and above the actual room itself. And I think that might be quite fun to do. But here's the extra refinement. And potentially the bit of jeopardy. I was talking to Sean when I thought of this. So the idea would be that, and it can't start at the moment because the prices are too high. I've been checking out Travelodges, looking at the prices. My ceiling is going to be £40. Until the prices come below £40, I'm not going to do it. And at the moment in September, I've checked all of the Mondays in September and they're all above 40 quid. So, but then, for example, this is how it will work. I'll go onto the Travelodge website and I'll do a screen grab of it. I'll record the screen so you can see me doing it. This will be for the video, you know. So I just type in North Wales, the date of the Monday, one night, one adult, unless somebody wants to come with me. And then I list the results in price order. So that will come up with all of the Travelodges in North Wales, for example. Might be South Wales, but we'll say North Wales because that's closer to me, makes it more doable in just 2 days. So I go North Wales, the date, and then I list the Travelodges in price order. And this is where the jeopardy comes in. And I'll have to film the screen so you know that it's true. I have to go to the cheapest one, assuming I've never been there before. So when the list comes up in price order, I have to go to the cheapest one that I've never been to before, wherever it is, right? And that's the little bit of jeopardy. So I'll go there, and then the video will be going to somewhere that I might well not know, might well have never been there before, exploring around, you know, doing a bit of filming while it's daylight, all of that sort of thing, bit of a road trip. And then the fun of trying to have your hotel stay without spending any money. So you're making your own supper in the room. That's kind of the stealth camping bit of it. You're making your own coffee the next morning. You might try and blag a free breakfast, see if you can get away with that. And that would all be fun. And then drive back a slightly different route. Michelin will tell me if there are any nice roads that I can look out while I'm there. Yeah, I think that might be a bit of winter fun. You know what I mean? Do something different on a Monday, get a little bit of a series going. Well, let me know what you think. I think that might be fun. And obviously I would do a live stream from the Travelodge. Oh, thank you, Peter P. Peter P has sent a £5 towards Emma's iPhone, open brackets, and sushi photo, close brackets. For those who don't know, there is in existence a picture of some sushi precariously perched on Emma's boobage. There is a picture of this. I haven't seen it, I hasten to add, but we understand that it exists, and people are seemingly quite keen to have a glimpse. 4 minutes until we finish, and somebody's calling me. Oh, here we are on speaker. Good evening, caller.
Good evening again, sir. You were saying going on Mondays, right?
Yeah.
I've just put in North Wales on the booking app. If you were to go next week, it's what is it? I think it was like 15, 20 quid. Going to a hostel.
A hostel?
Yeah.
Oh, bugger that.
You know, I don't know. There's cheap deals on there.
Yeah, I know, but a hostel. I mean, there are a limit.
It would be funny, though, wouldn't it, sir?
Oh, it'd be bloody hilarious for you, lot. It wouldn't be funny for me.
Yeah, there's hotels as well on there. Because if you go on the booking.com website and just put in the lowest price in North Wales on a Monday night.
Oh, that's taking it a bit far. I could end up in some grotty B&B or something like that. I tell you what, I'll do that once. Because that's going to be awful. You know that's going to be awful. If I go to the cheapest place available on booking.com, you know I'm going to end up in some horrendous place that's, I mean, it'll be hilarious, don't get me wrong, and it'll make a great video, but I'm only doing it bloody once.
That's what you want to look at when you're booking your deals. Have a look at websites like that.
Yeah, and I do for some hotels, but Travelodge and Premier Inn, they're not on those websites, are they?
Yeah, they seem to go more up market these days than what they used to.
Their best prices always come from booking direct with them, and they make a big thing about that.
Years ago, they used to be the pits, didn't they? But they're nice now.
Oh, they're okay. They're certainly okay. They're well, yeah, they're fine. They're perfectly fine. I mean, thing is, in summer they're like you can pay 120 quid or 150 quid or 200 quid for one, and that's ridiculous. But for the 40 quid mark, yeah, they're absolutely grand. No issues with them.
Yep. Okay, no problem, sir. Just thought I'd let you know.
Thank you very much, and that's a good idea. In the booking.com cheapest thing, I'll do it as a one-off, and it'll be bloody horrendous.
Okie.
All right, catch you later, mate.
All right, no problem. Bye, sir.
Bye. Look at the time, darlings. Time is marching on, and I've not even told you about today. I need to crack on with that, don't I? Emma has pinged me to say that if she can find the sushi pic, then P2P, you will receive it. Oh, dear. Jimmy F500 says, I wonder, Emma, should you clear the caches on the YouTube app? I do it regularly to clear gremlins. I assume she's done it. Mark says, what a shame, no more joint lives. What happened? It all seems to be going so well on the tech side. I need some advice if anyone can help, says Simone. My insurance are claiming I had an accident in 2019 and didn't declare it. I had no such accident. Well, what's their proof, Simone? Ask what has led them to that conclusion. I love roses, says Sophie. So a DeLorean is worse than a Dacia, Boaty, asked P2P. 100% totally. Emma said, yeah, tried that, didn't work. They are my birth flowers, are roses, says Sophie. I have tattoos of some on my hip too. Emma says it doesn't work on any phone or any of my YouTube accounts, and it also doesn't work for Matron either. Weird. Didn't they sell every DeLorean with a kilogram of the nose candy in the glove box to make you forget how shite the car actually was, says Andrew. It wouldn't surprise me. It isn't a phone issue, says Emma, because I even did a factory reset. It's definitely something to do with YouTube. Neil says Renault V6 and a DeLorean used the same electrics as a Renault, so they failed and were wired in a wonderful way. They made 2 gold-plated ones as a prototype, and they're worth big money. Yeah, but they'll still be shit. Emma says that Tracy says there are apps and extra tech that we could use, but I'm not sure if Boaty fancies the faff of learning it. Over to you, Mr. B. I should probably learn how to use StreamYard. If I'm honest, I should probably learn how to use it. My issue with it, when I looked into it, is that if I remember correctly, my issue was that you need to be on a laptop or a PC and using the webcam, and that means that you need to be operating the PC or the laptop so the webcam is right here in your face, and I'm not comfortable with that. That's not what I want from the live stream. I want this a nice wide angle experience. You get to see a little bit of me, you get to see the roses, all of that. I just think it's nicer than a close-up of somebody's nostrils. So I wasn't comfortable with that. I did, apparently, with the Apple equipment, you can use your phone as a remote camera. And that's the bit that I would have to learn. So basically, I'd have my MacBook here and an iPhone there, and the iPhone would operate as the camera, and I would then operate the live stream on the MacBook. That is a bit of a faff, but if that was doable, if that was technically available, then I would learn that. Because if we had StreamYard, then I could have multiple guests, I could have intro music, and I could have all of those good things. So that is something that I would be prepared to do, because then we could potentially turn the live stream into more of a show. Although, there's always ups and downs, aren't there? The thing with the YouTube live is it got you on the vertical live feed, and then you got the numbers. Me and Emma got 2,500 people one Monday night, and that's massive. And I always had at the back of my mind that when Emma's on with me, we'll monetize the lives when they're live. And so if we get 2,500 people coming along, we could actually make a few quid out of it, and we'd buy some Frey Bentos pies and send them out to all of you lot. And with StreamYard, you're not going to get that. So my inclination would be to try and fix Emma's YouTube issue, or get YouTube to fix their issue with Emma. It's got to be doable. So what I'll do is I will try doing practice live streams with myself, or maybe with some other people if somebody's willing to help me out, and see if I get the same problem with anybody else. And we'll work on it from there. Oh, that's right, Emma. You were also the fallen Madonna with the big boobies. Flight Lieutenant Fairfax here, says Peter P. Good morning, says Sean. Good morning. Yeah, that's a good idea, says Emma. We could write in a low comedy script and get everybody to record their parts and send them to you. Yes, for Christmas. Brilliant. Let's do it. I'm up for it, says Matron. I'm up for a virtual low recording. Guten Tag, says Andrew. Her lip is here. Peter's up for virtually anything. Boaty doing Allegro Man, says Alan Simpson. There's the blue movie we never knew we needed. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm just whizzing through a few comments here, darlings, because got carried away. The time has carried us away. God. Oh, Simone says, has anyone seen the new pound coin yet? I didn't even know there was one. I do not, Sean. Oh, that's a disgraceful fib. Sean says he puts the same pound coin in every night and takes it out in the morning. I Don't. Have a listen. Right, you can hear. Listen, multiple coins in there. You're a terrible man. Let me go through these comments because I really want to tell you about today. It's been bizarre. Now, some of it is in tomorrow's video, so I'll cut that bit short. Right? I was going to be filming in the restaurant tonight. I was going to film some promotional material for the restaurant's social media and the restaurant website, and I was going to film some video stuff. The restaurant has been packed all night. We had 0 bookings. It was all walk-ins, and we've been off our tits busy. It's been absolutely mad. I am utterly knackered. Emma, it was worse than when you were in the restaurant watching me rushing around. So that's that bit. It's the rest of today I want to tell you about. Hang on. Slurp a wine, puff on a fag. I'll whiz through the comments and I'll very quickly tell you. God. You'd think an hour would be long. You wouldn't think I had more than an hour's worth of meaningless nonsense, wouldn't you? But there you go. Apparently I do. The same pound coin. Outrageous. I had a proper hamburger last night, says Andrew. Not your Mackie D rubbish. A local proper takeaway. Unfortunately, it closes its weeks in 3 weeks after 25 years in business. My heating is off and I'm currently under a duvet, says Jimmy F500. I'm hardcore. You're not hardcore when you're under a duvet, mate. That's not hardcore. Our heating is off too, says Alan Simpson. In Scotland, we just grow extra hair. My heating hasn't been on yet, says Matron. No night clothes or thick jumpers. Went out in a sleeveless top and no coat today. Sleep in the buff, more air to your undercarriage. Oh dear. Emma says, I've enjoyed wearing pajamas ever since I left the man who insisted I had to be permanently naked. That must have made the school runs very interesting, Emma. Very interesting indeed. Dinner parties must have been quite fun too. Bloody hell. Don't let anybody dictate to you what you wear in bed or what you wear anywhere else. Well, you don't know. You left him. Well done, you. No heating on at the moment, says Mr. Paddy. My heating is showing 17.9. Decrease on my Hive. I've just asked my Alexa. Surely I am the hottest in the community, says Matron, as I don't need any heating on or even any clothes on. Well, no, no, basically. Well, tell us what the temperature is. Wave a thermometer in the air and tell us what the thermometer and what the temperature is in your flat, and then you can join in. I knew Emma would do this. Hang on. Mr. Paddy says, can you please twerk the like button for Jason tonight? 21 of you have. I would love a few more likes if you would be kind enough. It does help. Emma's posted the link. You can watch Boaty winning his lucky 10 pence here. I knew she would. I have no idea what the temperature is here, says Emma. All I know is I'm lovely and warm and glowy. Boaty has that effect on you, Emma, says Andrew. Indeed, says Emma. So it's Momo, not Momai, or Momoa, or Momoa, or Moomin, or Mamumu, or Momowu. Have a lovely picture of Emma next to you, Boaty, on the nights when Emma's not online. Well, if I get my hands on that sushi picture, I could have that on the table, I suppose. If I knew an iPhone would definitely sort it, I would get one, says the M11. If you were closer, I'd lend you one so you could try it. Well, I'll tell you what, Emma, here's an idea. Oh, I'm being pinged. Who dat? Oh, it's Simone. What's Simone? Oh, the new pound coin. Ah. Oh, it's a new bees pound coin. Thanks, man. Emma, let's try this if you're willing. Give me the sign-in details to one of your accounts, not your main account or anything like that. Give me the sign-in detail, the login details to one of your accounts. I'll log in as you and try to do a joint live stream on an iPhone. And then you can change the login details if you don't trust me. And, you know, who could blame you for that? So let's see if I can do it here on your account with iPhones and my interweb. That's a good idea, isn't it? And that maybe that will give us a solution. Oh God, here we go, the sushi photo. Emma says, I'll give the photo to Boaty to sell if anybody wants me to, and we can put the money towards an iPhone. Oh, that must have been the point when Peter P pinged over a fiver. There we are. There we are. Alan says, I still buy an AA Road Atlas every year. I love them. I read them like books. Alan, I'm exactly the same myself. And I'd forgotten how much I love them. And you know what reminded me? Watching Harry's Garage video, where he insists on using paper maps. And he mentioned the Michelin thing. He started using Michelin maps. I always used Ordnance Survey back in the day. And like you, I used to have AA road atlases. So when I saw this in the shop, I thought, for the sake of a couple of quid, I've got to have that. And already I have just been reading it like a book. So I'm over the moon with that. Oh, Simone says, oh, Emma, I renewed the Rover insurance and I can now travel long distances. So I'll meet up hopefully on the cards. And Emma says, Simone, that would be amazing. I would really love that. And I know that she would. She's talked about it a lot. Andrew's got a small collection of local Melbourne and surround street directories from 2nd edition to edition 42. Hang on, I'm just whizzing through these because we're getting awfully late, aren't we? Oh, I have caught up with the comments. Right, that's it. We are yeah, right. We'll do a test live tomorrow using 2 of my iPhones and see if we can make that work. And if we can narrow it down to being a phone problem, then all we've got to do is send Emma an iPhone. I'll upgrade, and you can have my iPhone X, my live stream phone. I'll do an upgrade in a couple of weeks. I'll make do until, if it works, I'll make do until I can do an upgrade, and you can have my iPhone X live stream phone because that works fine. Right, I'm going to very quickly tell you about tonight. Say your good nights because I'm going to I am very much going to bugger off, get my supper. Right. Now then, my day started with a man. What was that? Oh, somebody looking for a delivery driver job at the restaurant. And they've got experience and plenty of spare time. I am actually looking for a delivery driver, but at the other restaurant. So I'll reply to you probably in the morning. Excuse me. So I was awoken this morning at an ungodly hour by a man banging heavily on my front door, which when I staggered down in my underpants and opened, he thrust his meat into my hands. That was how my day started, darlings. And when the day starts like that, then you're going to be somewhat discombobulated, aren't you? And I'm not going to explain that. I'm going to leave it there. I'll tell you the rest of it tomorrow. Or I'll put it on tomorrow's video or something like that, because there's a whole story behind that. But I'll give you a spoiler alert. I am really looking forward to my Sunday lunch. And that's it. That is your teaser. I've loved tonight, darlings. Thank you so much. Apologies for the mix-up at the beginning. As I said, the tonight at the restaurant was beyond manic. So I'm not surprised I made that mistake. But I'm just going to let you go at that. I'm going to thank you so much for tonight. I've enjoyed it as I always do. I'm ending it feeling better than when I started it. Yeah, thank you for your company. Thank you for every night that you give me. Thank you for making a difference to me on a daily and nightly basis. I don't know if I say it enough or if I say it too much, but you've all made my life a hell of a lot better. And thank you all for it. Have yourselves a safe and peaceful night. Have the best day that you can tomorrow. Take every little bit of joy everywhere that you possibly can. Take really good care of yourselves. And if you're lucky enough to have people who you cared about or who cared about you, take really good care of them too. And if you can, please join me for, well, I was going to say Mad Thursday. It's been a whole mad week, hasn't it? But join me tomorrow on Thursday for Thursday Night Live. Same time, same place, 11 o'clock. Be lovely to spend time with you again. Much love from me. And on that note, Pachu, and indeed, a Michelin Bush. See flashing knubs. Oh, Renee.